Hello children, this is the new chapter, that is electric current and its effects. Related to this chapter, in previous class also you have studied, and in this class also it will be discussed something elaborately. So we know that the electric current, the electricity, it is very important thing for us, because all our work is depending on this electricity. So we must know how it is produced, the electric current is produced, how, that must be known, and what are the sources, and some more effects of this electric current is to be discussed. The electric current is basically what? We know that a bulb is glowing due to the flow of electric current through it. A machine is working due to the flow of electric current. So everything, every machine, most of the machines are working on the basis of electric current. To know about the electric current, let us take any material. Suppose this is a material in the form of conductor. This is a material in the form of cylindrical, because we are using the wires. Mostly all the wires are in the cylindrical shape, right? Now this is a material. I am not classifying whether the current can flow or not. Just I take a material. All the material are having small particles, and in that particles also we have two things, that two charges, and there are basically two types of charges, positive and negative, charges. So every material is having both the charges, positive charge and a negative charge, right? Now this is also the material in which both the charges present, and all the charges are equal in number. If you take any kind of material, both the positive and negative charges are in equal number, right? And these positive and negative charges occupies the whole space of the material, and in which the positive charges are bigger in size, so they do not move from one place to another place, and only the negative charges, the negatively charged particles, they are able to move inside this material from one place to another place. That's why we only show the negatively charged particles, because these particles are very smaller, the negatively charged particles, right? We are not showing the positively charged particle because they are heavier in size and they do not have any kind of motion. Okay. In the normal condition, these particles are moving randomly in all the direction. If these negatively charged particles are able to move in a particular direction through this material, suppose if these negative charges are moving in this direction, are moving in the same direction, right? They are all moving in the particular direction. then we say the electric current flows through it. Electric current flows through this area of cross section of the material, through this material. That the flow of charges through this material per unit time is known as electric current. So electric current is defined as the flow of charge per unit time. Simply by formula you can write electric current equal to the charge upon time. This is the formula for the electric current. The charge means the amount of charge flows through this material per unit time. That is the electric current. Right. And this electric current is flowing through this material, but it is not able to flow through all the material. The electric current is due to the movement of charges through the material. But this movement of charge, this flow of charge is not possible in all kinds of material, because that is the nature of different material, that some material allow the charges to flow through them and some materials do not allow the charges to flow through them. Right? So according to that, if any material allow the charges to flow through them from one terminal to another terminal, we call them conductors. Those materials which allow the charges to flow through them easily are known as conductors, and some materials do not allow the charges to flow through them. They are the insulators. Right? So the materials are categorized into two types: conductors and insulators. Conductors allow the charges to flow through them easily. Insulators do not allow the charges to flow through them easily because of their nature, basic nature. Okay, we have so many conductors in our daily life and insulators also. So for the conductors we have all the metals, copper, iron, silver, aluminum, gold. These are the metals, and many metals are there. All the metals are conductors of electricity, conductors of electric current. Through all the metals, the electric current can flow. That's why the metallic wires are used in the wiring, domestic wiring and any other kind of wirings. We are using metallic wire, and in all the appliances, the wires, metallic wires are used because they are the good conductors of electricity. And other than these metals, we have some other things like human body. Human body is also the good conductor. Human body is also the conductor. And then salt solution. Right? Salt solution is also conductor of electricity. For this, you can do a simple activity. Just take a container, small container, it may be a beaker also, it may be glass also, in which just take water and dissolve some salt. It is the salt solution. Now take two wires, and the one terminal of both the wires are put into the solution. The other two terminals are connected through a bulb. It is connected through a bulb. And there is some source of current also. Source of current we will discuss. And this is a cell, or we can say it is battery. If we immerse these two conductors inside the solution, you can find the bulb is glowing. It means the salt solution is conductor. right? Okay. So these are the some examples for the conductor. And then coming for the insulators, right? Insulators do not allow the electric current to flow through them, like plastic, wood, rubber, and the air is also good insulator. Air is the good insulator through which the electric current cannot flow. Then distilled water, pure water. It is only the water. It is not RO water that we are using for drinking purpose. That is not pure water. That water contains some minerals. Pure water means it contains no mineral. There are only the water molecules, water particles. No other kind of particles present in it. That is the distilled water. The distilled water is also the insulator of electric current, right? So the materials are categorized into two types: conductors and insulators. Conductors, some examples. Insulators, some examples, right? Okay. Now let us see that how this electric charges, how these negative charges are able to flow in a particular direction properly. They cannot move on their own. There is some requirement to flow all these charges in a particular direction, and that requirement is some external source. Some external source is required to flow all the charges in a particular direction. This we will discuss in the next class.